Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nutshell Report, or is it the Nuts Hell Report? On today's episode, I want to talk about stray dogs and abandoned animals and how they are treated. In the area we live on a subtropical island, and of course we have poverty in those times, in those days where the economy is absolutely bust. But there is no reason to torture your animal or to make it starve, alright? What we have here now, we are friends with a few dog shelters or pet shelters, and they get informed by neighbors or by people walking by of properties and seeing starving cats, starving dogs, or seeing dogs chained up with an iron chain, sizzling in the sun, no food, no water around, skin and bones, those poor animals, or being out in the rain, no shelter again, no food. When the neighbors approach the owners and say, guys, we understand maybe you have no money, we can help here and there and give some scraps to the dog to eat. Those people wouldn't even take the help and let those poor devils hunger. Just there, starving. You should see them, skin, bones, like skeletons walking around with sad eyes looking at it. There is no blame here. I don't want to blame anybody for maybe not being able to feed the dog. But if you can't feed your animal, no matter if it's a dog, it's a cat, it's a pony, whatever, a unicorn, if you don't have the proper food or the means to feed the dog, then please bring it to a shelter. There is no shame in it. Bring it to a shelter and saying, this is my situation. I can't be there for this animal anymore. Please take it and find it a place where it be loved and fed. It is horrible. Can you picture yourself being chained up, starving, thirsty, skin burned of the sun, and nobody gives a fuck about you? This is something horrible to do. Horrible to do. I'm running a fundraiser called Trevo da Madeira. If you're ever interested in it, you can just contact me on my email or in my link tree, and you will see the fundraiser. So I'm collecting money, or I'm getting funds in, hopefully soon more. Not at the moment, it's very little, and then I distribute food to the shelter so they can help those little dogs. So please guys, if you see an animal out in the street, for example, if you see a stray dog, at least alert the authorities about it so it can be helped, it can be taken away. Here, for example, if you alert the authorities, they will send the police by, the police will check it out, and if it's absolute animal cruelty, they will just call one of those shelters, whichever is in the area or responsible for the area, and then the shelter people will come, take the dogs, take the cats from the owner away. Most likely the owner is going to be fined or charged, and then the animal has been taken into care and set up for adoption. And here we can adopt like a dog for €30. The dog comes absolutely cleaned up, vaccinated, neutered, and you can have a little friend out there and take him out of the horrible torture. For me, I'm blind now. I wish to have a dog. I can't have a dog in this apartment where I'm in now, hopefully in the next apartment. And my dream is, it depends on if I live in an apartment, just take one dog, like middle-sized dog, not something I can ride on because I can't handle it. I have to wear my stick in the other hand. I would like to adopt a dog then and take care of it, give it food, bring it for a walk, maybe for a swim in the ocean. Depends on how brave I am. I'm sure the dog will go for the swim in the ocean. So please guys, if you ever see any stray dogs, maybe give some food, give some snacks. I always have dog snacks on me. I always have dog food in my backpack, dry dog food, just to help them. But it is not the way to torture an animal. Sometimes they just get used and chained up to protect the property, because the owners might as well not around, and the poor little devil is sitting there for a week or so without food, without water. So don't do it. And if you see a case, report it to the authorities, because those little creatures need help. And you should see the creatures coming out, the before and after, when you see them, when they're picked up and they're all covered in dirt, feces, they have infections, they have their skin peeled back. Horrible sight. And after a few days and getting all the medical treatment, The dogs are the most lovable animals out there, but the cats too. Well, I'm not much of a cat person, so I don't talk much about the cats, but I'm an absolute dog lover, guys. So please take care of dogs, and if you want to take care about your host, I'm on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. The link is down below on how to support the show. Buy Me a Coffee is a little donation platform where you can make small or bigger donations, depends on your budget and depends on your will to give. So you could give a little amount so I can buy a coffee, or if you have the means and you really want to treat me, you can give a little bit more and I can buy a bottle of bourbon, because I really love bourbon, or I can take out my missus for a lunch or dinner. So guys, thank you very much for listening again to another Nutshell Report. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next one.